Alright, hey guys, Detector here. So in today's video, we're going to be doing an unboxing of a new waterproof machine. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so I just got this machine in the mail not that long ago, and I'm excited to show you guys which machine it is. Alright, you guys ready to see the new machine? Bam! Woo! The Kruzer! Check that out, guys. Alright, so I know you guys have been hearing a lot about this machine. I know I've been seeing a couple of people ask me about it. So I know everybody is super excited to check it out. Alright guys, so here's everything that came in my box. So now obviously one of the most important parts of the machine is the control box. Obviously the second most important part would be the coil. But this is a control box. And the first thing I noticed is that it's pretty light. Now I know some underwater machines do tend to be a little bit heavier. The Sea Hunter is a prime example. Now granted that is a PI machine. This is not a PI machine, but this is really light. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put this together and show it to you guys all put together and ready to go. So here is the Makro Kruzer all put together and ready to go. Now I wanted to show you guys what else came in the box with the machine. Alright, so there's a pair of wireless headphones and then the instructions and the information on it. So they're 2.4 gigahertz wireless headphones. It also came with the Makro Manufacturer's Limited Warranty and then obviously the user manual. But it also came with extra coil connectors, so it does have the two washers that go on either side of the shaft as well as the nut and bolt essentially that hold the coil to the bottom part of the shaft. And it also came with charging cable. So now this cable here is used for charging your headphones. So there you go, they do give you that. And then they also give you the charging adapters to charge the machine. So now this machine, the Kruzer, does have internal batteries, so you don't have to worry about replacing your batteries before your hunt. So here is the charging adapter here. Now it is a USB charger. So, and obviously these plugs here are international plugs, they're not your standard American plug, but they do give you the adapter here. So you just pop it in there and you're ready to go. Now it is a little, you have to make sure that you get it on there straight, otherwise it'll be like crooked. But so there you have it, and then you just plug this into your standard wall outlet. Alright guys, so here's how you charge the machine. So this is the bottom side of the control box here. You can get a pretty good view of it there. If you're looking at the screen of the control box, this is the cable on the left side. This is your coil connection right here. So now on the right side, this is where you actually plug in the cable to charge the internal battery. So it's just a screw-in connector here, and when you're not using this, it does have a little cap here that goes over your connection port. This way, you know, if you're hunting in the water or anything like that, you can keep it nice and protected. So this cable on the end is a USB plug here. So this is what you plug in to that. So there you go. So then you would just put on your adapter here and you can plug it into your standard American outlets. So there we go. So let's go ahead and attach that. So now in the manual it does say to charge it for 4 to 6 hours before your first use. So I'm going to go ahead and plug it in, but we can keep on talking about the machine while it's charging. So I just plugged in the machine, so it's charging there. And when you plug it in, and you know you have a good connection, you'll see the little battery there on the bottom showing that it's charging. So obviously this battery isn't super dead because it's not going the whole length of the battery. It's just this first little line right there. Alright, so I've also got the headphones charging here. So they're plugged in right here on the bottom side, and you'll see a little red light to let you know that it is charging. And then this charger here is obviously a USB also, so I've got that plugged into my power strip here. So now we'll just give this a couple of hours to charge up and we'll be ready to go. Alright, so I wanted to show you guys a couple of things in the manual. So now this is page 3 of the manual here. You have the option of getting an additional waterproof battery pack for the machine. So let's say you're out metal detecting in the water and you've been out there all day and the internal batteries on the machine die, but you have this additional battery pack hooked up. You can continue hunting without having to go back and charge the machine. So now the external battery pack does connect to the back side of the machine, which honestly is a really good place for it because it'll help balance out the weight of the machine a little bit. So it goes on the back here behind the arm cuff. Now this external battery pack does take regular batteries, so it does take 4 AA batteries, and then you just mount it on there. The hardware is already there. All you have to do is put the battery pack in, and then you connect the cable to where you would normally charge the machine. So right now it's charging right there, so this plug here is where you would connect the external battery pack. So yeah, I thought that was really cool. Now it does also say, so you have those little power books or the little external power battery packs that you can use to charge your phones. You can also hook one of those up to this machine. So now I'm sure you guys can read here, but I'll just kind of give you a little rundown. So you can plug in your external, like a power bank, to the machine instead of this additional battery pack, because it's a USB cable. So you can just plug it in as if you were charging your cell phone and it'll power your machine. So I thought that was really, really cool. I've not seen or heard about any other machines that can do that or that mention being able to do that. So let's move on to the wireless headphones. So now I've used the wireless headphones with the Impact before, and they're great. They're super light and they're super comfortable. But with the Kruzer, since this is a waterproof machine and you do have wireless headphones with it, you're not going to be able to use the wireless headphones if your machine is completely submerged in water. So once your control box there goes underwater, you're going to lose the wireless connection. And I'm showing you guys this page here of the book so that you can read it for yourselves what it says about that. But you won't be able to use the headphones if your machine is completely submerged in water. So that is one of the downsides to using wireless technology with the machines and water hunting. But if you don't generally go that deep, or if you don't plan on really doing a whole lot of water hunting, then that won't be a problem for you at all. But I did want to make sure that you guys knew about it. So let's keep moving on and go into the search modes here. So there are several different search modes with the Kruzer. So you have your Gen search mode, which is pretty much your general search, and that means exactly what it sounds like. This is your general mode that you can use just about anywhere, and then you can obviously adjust your settings to fit wherever you're searching. And then there also is the 2-tone mode, which is perfect for relic hunting. There is the 3-tone mode, which it says is designed specifically for coin hunting, but especially in trashy areas. So probably your parks or maybe even curb strips are a good place to use your 3-tone. And then there is a 4-tone mode, which is for coin hunting in low to medium mineralized areas. So you could probably use this, I would say, like on the beach, but in the dry sand area. I wouldn't recommend using it for the wet sand because it's like super duper mineralized there. Okay, and then they do also have, it does also come with the beach mode, which obviously is where you would use it at the beach, so that's great. And then it does also have a deep mode. So now this says it's specifically for relic hunting, and it says that this mode is the deepest mode on the machine. So now because it's so deep, this is the book is telling you here that it's going to be relatively noisier. So you're going to get a lot of chatter when you're in the deep mode. But to help combat all the chatter, that's when you would need to start adjusting your gain levels. And then obviously your discrimination would depend on what it is you're looking for or what kind of area you're hunting in. The Kruzer does also have a notch setting, so I know a couple of you all like using that, so this does have that feature. It does also have an iron volume that ranges from 0 to 5, so you can determine where you want your iron to signal at, how loud you want it to be. The Kruzer does also have a backlight, so those of you that like hunting at night, this is a great machine to do that with because you can see what you're doing at nighttime if you don't have a headlamp or anything like that. So it does have a backlight that you can either have on or off or anywhere in between. So it does range between 0 and 5. Something else that's really interesting about the Kruzer is it does have the option to vibrate. So now the first thing that pops into my mind with this setting is when you're hunting in the water and the machine is completely submerged. So if you don't even want to use your headphones at all, you don't even want to worry about it, you can just turn on the vibration and then it'll let you know when you're swinging over a target. Now the only question that I have with this is I feel like you're not necessarily going to be able to know if it's like, say, a silver target or an aluminum target. It's just going to be a standard vibration across the board. Of course, we'll be able to test this out once we actually get out into the water and start testing the machine at the beach. So let's go ahead and check out the different frequency options that we do have on the machine. So now this machine does have a couple of different options for you in regards to frequency. So it has the 5 kilohertz, 14 kilohertz, or 19 kilohertz. And obviously which one you use depends on where you're hunting and what you're hunting for. So you can kind of see here which one is recommended based on, you know, where you're hunting and things like that. So for example, the 14 kilohertz is your general use setting, and this is good for small coins, different size coins in medium to highly mineralized ground. So you could probably use 14 kilohertz at the beach, but in the dry sand, I wouldn't recommend it in the wet sandy areas. But you can see here which one is good for which kind of environment. The Kruzer does also come with pinpoint, so you are able to activate and use a pinpoint option. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the different technical specifications. I'm just going to kind of slowly scroll down here so you guys can see everything for yourself. The ground balance, you can do it either automatic, manual, or tracking, so it does give you an option there in case you'd like to be able to, you know, change it up depending on where you're hunting. So now the weight, you guys can see there, it says 3 pounds including the search coil, so that is super light. I know a couple of machines out there, especially like my Sea Hunter, again, it's a PI machine, whereas the Kruzer is not. My Sea Hunter is super duper heavy, and it does take 8 batteries, so this one is significantly lighter. And again, this is a VLF, not a pulse induction. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out the different target IDs. So now they do have it broken down here. They do offer you the euros and American coins, and it does show you what that target ID is based on the frequency that you're hunting in. So I'll just kind of scroll down through this page here so you guys can see that again. So obviously the left column is your 5 kilohertz, the middle column is your 14 kilohertz, and then the right column is your 19 kilohertz. So this is where everything would ring up based on the target and the frequency that you're hunting in. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the unboxing of the Makro Kruzer. I'm super excited to try it out, and I hope it charges super duper fast so I can get out there and use it. We will be taking it out to the beach to do our first testing. I will of course do depth tests as well as different target IDs in the dry sand and in the wet sand. And then of course the best part, because this is a waterproof machine, I will be doing a lot of water hunting with it. And it's perfect timing because the water here in Florida is just starting to get warm enough where you can go in there and not be too terribly cold, and if the sun is high and the day is nice and hot, it'll be perfect water hunting conditions. Alright, so like I did with the Impact, I want you guys to tell me what you want to see when we take it out for our first hunt. So instead of doing an unboxing and an immediate hunt, I want to know what you guys want me to do with the machine for our first time out. So let me know in the comment section down below what you would like to see for our next video with the Makro Kruzer. So if you have any questions or comments, make sure to leave those in the comment section located down below. I do have links to the Kruzer also located down below in the description of the video, so make sure to check that out. I want to say a big thank you to Makro for sending me the Kruzer so I can test it out here in the Florida waters, so thank you. If you liked what you saw in today's video, make sure to hit it with a big thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber to my YouTube channel yet, please make sure you do so by hitting the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys later.